Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher. And today we're going to take a look at the Tangle Mak-rah-mee from CZT Michele Beauchamp. This is one I've been wanting to, I'm not going to say I've been wanting to play with this for a while. I've looked at it, I've admired it, and been a little frightened by it. So I just decided, you know what? Gosh darn it, we're going to take a look at it. So this one starts off with a tangle called Kiko, and I know I do have a video of that, but it's just a little four square of it. So wherever you want to put the center of your macrame, this is what we're going to do. Four little lines together, and I'm going to do mine just a little bit curved. Sometimes that's nice, maybe a little bit longer than that. Okay, going whatever direction you want to go to start off with. Then say next to it, we're going to do four lines working down this last line here. And this is one, you can connect them or not. I think for this one, it looks nicer if they're connected, although when we add the shading, it might not matter. And then coming down from that first set, say we're always going perpendicular. Or the opposite direction. Because I'm like, is that right? Every once in a while, you know how you get those words. And then we'll fill in this last section with that original direction. Okay? And that is Kiko in a nutshell. And you can spread that out, as far as you want to. It's a really, really neat pattern. And like I said, you can curve it or not curve it, but do check out that video if you like this part so far. Now, next step is, and this is similar to, it was the one we just did yesterday, sheaf. And so what we're going to do is on these little ends, we're going to put just little curve lines on those ends. So I recommend 4 lines. I mean, I suppose if you did more, that'd be okay, but generally it's like 4 lines in each section. So then you'll have 3 little curve lines, essentially, like so. And I'm just kind of doing them all at once. Sometimes, actually, I find sometimes it's a little better to almost pick up my pen and re-look. But that closes all of them off. And it's just neat. I'm going to connect these guys up here. All right. So now it looks like a knot. And this is the part, this next part is probably what made me this puts me most out of my comfort zone. And that is just doing random things. So let me point out something that as I was playing with this, that I realized, I'm like, oh, okay. We're going to put just strands coming out, ribbons you could call them, but what they are essentially is a line, and then you're going to aura that line. So for instance, I'm just going to come right out of here, and we'll just do one that just ends. And I'm going to have them kind of connect together there. What you want to make sure to do is you're only coming out of where there's a straight line. So where these little curve lines are, we're not going to come in or out of those. However, you could, if you wanted to, you could tuck one kind of in this corner, but this is where you just get to have whatever fun you want to have. So just, we're going to connect them. We'll make like a little loop. And this is, where you get to get as creative as you want to get. And let's see, let's have this one come in over here. And so this one I used the hollow bow technique. So the hollow bow is to, you pick up your pen, instead of drawing over, we're drawing under. And we pick up the pen, travel it across without the ink, right? Put it down on the other side, and then continue on. Now, when you do one line, then you get to decide, well, which way do I want to order this? On the outside or on the inside? I think I'll do this one on the outside. Although I could see what I'm doing a little easier if I do it on on the inside, I sometimes, like to see the line that I'm auraing. But even if it if it changes shape, it's okay. There's as you know, there's no such thing as a mistake in Zentangle. And let's see. Oh, well, let's do a little. Okay, I'm going to feel like I'm getting fancy here. I don't know what I'm going to do with that, though. I just felt like I wanted to do that. Let's do. Let's watch Heather make a mess. Ah! There we go. It's just. Oh, let's do this. We'll pretend that I've made a hole in this. This is like. We'll call this. This is like a holy halabow. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up at this point. There's always a way to course correct. Ah, you know what? We'll do the best course correct that there is. If you've been watching, you're probably just, although that looks kind of cool, doesn't it? The best course correct is this one, where we're just going to fill this in. I'm also thinking, well, no, maybe on, I don't know. I was thinking that you could make it look like a twist if you, maybe on the aura you could flip sides and you could make a twist. What I was just doing now, of course, just playing around, but playing around, I mean, that's fun. And if you don't like it, then you just do like this, and we're just going to do it. This one is going to be a solid one. And so we'll have a combination of solid ribbons and not solid ribbons. And we can do that because it's our tangle, and we can do what we want to with it. And let's see, we'll balance it out. Let's do it here. Let's do, and we'll hollow out under those two, and we'll just have this one. Oh, we'll go on this side, I guess. And then we can fill that in. Because sometimes it's just nice to have that balance. If you do something like that where you do it dark on one side, well, let's just, even it out or something. And by even it out, I mean doing what I'm doing here. All right, and then let's talk about some shading, because you get the idea here. You can just have as much fun as you want. And while I'm finishing filling this in here, let me also mention that you should take a look at. Okay, my pens are somewhere else. My bigger pen. Take a look at the description section, and under the for more inspiration, and that's where I have the link to Tangle Patterns, where this is housed. And see, that looks neat. And actually, it kind of looks like it continues. You can do all kinds of colors, by the way, if you wanted to. But yeah, take a look at the description section and just see what's on there, and see the fun that Michelle had drawing that, or drawing this. And it might give you, as the title says, for more inspiration. That's why I call it that, because that way, you might pick up a really cool idea. And that's the point of it. Okay, so for some shading, I'm like, oh, what else could I do? Because sometimes you just kind of get in a zone, and that's a neat thing. Like I said, this is out of my comfort zone just to do random stuff, but I am learning to, and I have learned to really enjoy this part of the process, my own personal growth that I work on with this. So what I've done is put some graphite along that edge where this side where these straight lines come in and look like they tuck under. So just putting a little bit of graphite there, and then using the tortillon to give a little shading. Yeah, that's neat. And then if you wanted to, I mean, these are small. I'm a little afraid, but I think I can. with just what's left on my torch. Actually, I'll pick out some more here. With just that, and I'll just put a little teeny bit of graphite on the other side. Oh yeah, it kind of rounds them right up. And then, you know what? Well, if I had it handy, because you could also, now I'm using white, so it's not going to be as much, but I could just put a little extra if I feel like I've gone too dark with the, oh yeah, with the graphite, because I like to find solutions without involving an eraser, because there's no eraser in our kits, and so I just subscribe to that and find it fun to find solutions without using an eraser at all. And it's great fun. So then with that, you know, any of these little places where it kind of goes under, you could also add a little graphite to emphasize that over under. Oh, and especially right where they go in, add a little bit more. And again, depending on the size of size of tile, the size of the tangle, you might get away with just using a little bit of whatever's left on your whatever's left on your tortillon, whatever graphite is left. Boy, having trouble with words tonight. Okay, and it's because I'm like zoning into this, and I'm like, oh, I can't talk and tangle at the same time tonight. Oh, look at how neat that is. Oh my goodness. I'm looking at the screen. And you know, if there's something that you ever don't like, take a picture of it. It makes it just makes the world of difference. Or, you know, look in the mirror and get a different perspective on it. Sometimes I just, you know, I'll flip them over. I just won't look at it for a few minutes and then come back and wonder who did that. And that's just it's a neat experience. Now, let me also mention, if you're doing this maybe a little bit larger and you have enough room in your ribbons, we'll call them, you can also put the graphite on either side and make it look rounded. So that's another neat effect that you could have fun with. So it's a neat tangle. I'm so glad that I tried it. And because I've looked at it, like I said, and I've been intimidated by it, because I think just because of the randomness of the ribbons. And it's a fun tangle. So do take a look at the description section. Check out the for more inspiration link for sure. And also, if you enjoyed the video, of course, I appreciate anytime you like, share, put comments in, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and you like it enough to see more. I am posting daily. This is a daily tangle. We have a daily tangle. It's not really a challenge. I just post a daily tangle on my Facebook group, and then also I post it on my website, because we started. Oh my gosh! Well, will it be a whole year? Yeah, soon. End of January. That's when the 100-day project started last year. I think every end of January, and so we started it then. And some of us didn't want to stop. And I also like to keep counting, just because it's a neat thing to do. So, yeah, so we're coming up on a year of that. So if you enjoyed it and you want to see more, you know, I appreciate the subscriptions to the channel. And, you know, comments and likes also help the algorithm, so that way it will tell YouTube that, hey, people like this, and YouTube should suggest this video to other people that seem to search for the same thing. So anyway, I appreciate any of that. And if you're looking to do any online classes, I would love to have you join me for a Tangle Time or any of the other classes that I offer. We have a lot of fun. You can see some of the replays on the channel. And so if you'd like to be a part of that, would love to have you. And information is on the website, or just contact me, and I'm happy to help you connect with us. So with that, again, thanks so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.